Michigan, the Michigan football program, just got the best player in the nation yesterday. And TJ Ronan over at Michigan football on the Voice of College Football kept me up all night. You can go watch that. I called into there, and he treated me gracefully. And I love their content. I've been a subscriber forever to them, so you can go check that out. But man, he can break down recruiting better than anybody. I on this channel don't do that as much, but I'm going to look at this recruitment and what it means for Michigan's future and the quarterback room going forward. So like I said, Michigan just got the best player in the nation in high school, and he is a quarterback. This guy came courtesy of the Ellison family, Oracle, and all the companies that they own. That family is rich as hell. Top 5 in billions in this nation. So they are apparently Michigan fans because they ponied up 8 figures for quarterback Bryce Underwood. Let's go. Let's go. It's probably the first time I ever liked a billionaire. Normally they screw people on the way up and never give me anything. One finally gave me something, and it was Bryce Underwood. Yes. So, that's $10+ million for this guy. And a lot of it is up front, I'm hearing, but it's staggered amongst 4 years. So he has to stay 4 years to get the last bit of it. But he's gone. The way that he's the number 1 quarterback, he's the number 1 player in the nation, he's the number 1 player that Michigan has ever gotten in history. I think Rashawn Gary was a 100 rated player on composite, but not on any given site. But he was a consensus number 1 overall. This guy is consensus as well at the quarterback position. Now, you know that I don't particularly give praise and heat to quarterbacks. I think they get enough of that already. They are the guy that handles the ball on offense every snap other than the center. So they are important. They are important on passing the ball, running the ball, breakdowns, reading a defense, and going through progressions. Hopefully this guy is one of those guys, but he is a hometown hero from Bellevue, Michigan, so that just tops it all off here for me. Go blue, baby, let's go. Does Underwood step in as a freshman and take the reins this next season? Because so few have done that before. I know Henne did. Chad Henne and Mike Hart both stepped in as freshmen at quarterback and running back. And I think Jake Long, too, was a freshman. So that was a group that was special. Didn't amount to as much as we wanted them to. But and then I'm hearing that Mike Leach at quarterback started as a freshman as well. That was before my time. So if he does, then great. Awesome. That means he is that good and he's worth all the money. But if he doesn't start right away, who else will be in the quarterback room for next season, pushing him and helping him? I think this has to start with Davis Warren, the current starter on the team. And then Jaden Davis, who got the red shirt his family wanted him to have. So I think, both those guys I think are going to be back here for Michigan next season, which is a great room right there. Underwood, you got Warren, who was pulled after game 2 this season But that was probably premature by this coaching staff. They knew what Orgy could do, and they didn't want to do what Orgy could do. They never did. Warren had 6 interceptions. That's what they wanted to do, but this guy was young. He was young. It was his first 2 starts. But since his comeback, he has 3 touchdowns to 0 interceptions, and that's against the likes of Oregon and Indiana this season. And them games were pretty close. All right. So Davis Warren, I expect him to have a great performance this week versus Northwestern, who is 3-6, I believe, or something. No, 4-6, because they're looking for a bowl too. Anyway, just like Michigan is. But I expect Warren to have a great performance versus that defense, which, I did a preview for that game and a prediction, which you can go watch up in the cards. If he beats them, like I think he will, and then if he beats Ohio State, which I think is it's looking more and more possible now. We'll see what Indiana does to Ohio State. We know we could have beat Indiana. We know Ohio State lost their center and their offensive line was already shaky. And then our defensive line is looking for a weak offensive line all season. Everyone we've played has been pretty damn good on the offensive line. So I give Wink Martindale a little bit of credit there. But I think he is learning on the fly. He didn't know what to do versus college quarterbacks. He's learning now. I hope he relies on the front 4 in that Ohio State game and lets the secondary score. Let them pick off a touchdown and score. So, you have to make Ohio State work their way down the field. But I digress. We're talking about the quarterback room of the future in Michigan. Bryce Underwood is a part of it. A great performance in a bowl game also might solidify Davis Warren as a top 2 in the 2 deep going into next season. So Jaden Davis might take his talents elsewhere because the younger and more talented quarterback came in Bryce Underwood. But if he stays and competes, then I really see no need to bring in another transfer quarterback unless it's just for depth. We don't need a starter per se going forward. Let one of these young guys or Davis Warren, whoever wins out in the spring and then in the fall and going into next season, one of those guys I think is good enough, and it's probably going to be Underwood. But I'm just giving you the depth of the quarterback room that Michigan could have. As far as Alex Orgy goes, if he doesn't decide to make a position change, then he is probably going to hit the transfer portal because we don't need that type of a quarterback going forward. I thought he would be great for this season, a stopgap, a total triple option, something out of the norm that would help this team because they had everything else in place. They had the good enough offensive line, running back, if they just push forward. If they just push forward, the defense was there. But Sharon and Kirk Campbell, who hopefully is demoted to quarterback coach at least or off the team next season because we need a better coordinator, because of what I'm saying. They didn't take what the team would allow to win for this season. They skipped this season, and they are building towards what they want their team to look like, and hopefully that comes as early as next season. Now, Orgy. Sharon wants a passing offense, and he wants it early and often. That's what I am seeing. That's what I'm seeing. That's what not playing Orgy proves. So Orgy is not his style. Like I said, he fits a triple option or a wing T type offense or something like that. But I think he would be a great edge player. Defensive end, a stand-up defensive end, or a linebacker. I think that suits him just fine. And get after the opposing quarterback. I think he can develop some spin moves, some swim moves, and do some damage in the backfield if that was the case. But we'll see. Brady Hart is the next guy I want to talk about. He's in this group for 2026 going forward. And he is the 12th best quarterback in that class. He is top 200 overall. Both Underwood and Hart are going to bring in surrounding players with talent. They're going to bring them with them. That's what a quarterback does. They, look at Tom Brady. Even on the cheap, got guys that are Pro Bowlers to come there because he is that good. And I think that will happen here at Michigan as well going forward. So, man, what a historic holiday it was yesterday. That's what they were calling it. 11/22. I'll remember that like 9/11, but in a happier sense. Man, I don't know where I was, and I was over at the Michigan football on the Voice of College Football channel. So go check that out, and check out all my other videos. Check out the preview. This is going to be an insane finish to the season, not only maybe on the field to salvage the season on the field, but it's going to be amazing in the recruiting process going forward. How many flips are going to happen? Can Michigan get the #1 class going into next season? Wow. That'd be amazing. Thanks, everybody. Like the video. Share with other people out there if you can. Word of mouth and all that. Subscribe. I don't ask for any money. I'm not that big. I can't get monetized yet. And I don't even want to. It's a hobby of mine. But you could help me get there by liking this video, subscribing if you haven't, and remember to come back. Just come back. Hit the bell for notification. Keep coming back and watching the videos. And have a great day always, every day out there. Because that's all we can do. We can decide that today is going to be a good day. Or Bryce Underwood commits to Michigan and automatically makes it an amazing day. Thanks, everybody, and have a great day.